Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we have a Pistons video for you guys. Can never go more than a few days without talking about the Detroit Pistons. We're actually going to start it off with some Killian Hayes talk, because if you guys follow my Twitter, I'm a huge Killian Hayes stan. I love this guy. I think his future is so bright, and he's 20 years old. His birthday is the day after mine in July, and he's literally 20 years old. He tore his hip last year. Like, this guy just needs to get healthy. Or I guess, yeah, stay healthy, really, and that's it. He just needs playing time and to stay healthy. And we're kind of seeing that right now with Killian. So in his last 3 games, actually the reason I'm bringing this up is because last night I thought he was a really impressive piece. We'll talk about it a little later on in the video, but even just defensively, which he's been doing all season, 2 steals, 3 blocks. I mean, he's definitely starting to put it together, but we're talking offense, because he's been a solid defender. He's always been a solid defender, I guess, probably his whole entire career in every sport or in every year. But anyways, he hasn't played much for Detroit. So, you know, when you tear your hip, I've never torn my hip before, but I can't imagine it's fun tearing your hip. Killian Hayes in his last 3 games, though, we have these stats. It's about 12 points per game, 6.3 rebounds, 5 assists, 1.3 steals, 1.2 blocks. The craziest part is he's shooting 47% from the field, and then an even crazier part, he's shooting 50% from downtown. So what's so crazy about this is Killian's a 27% career and this season 3-point shooter. Obviously, he hasn't played many games in his NBA career, very young NBA career, but like, I mean, this is your former number 7 pick. This is a guy who, coming off the bench, is pretty much kind of a stud. Starting, he throws some good games together. The big thing for me with Killian is just consistency. Like, I know this guy's a talented basketball player, especially defensively. He's going to get you assists. He's going to get you rebounds. He's going to get you everything. He just needs to put it together as far as scoring goes. And once he develops some type of, like, either mid-range shot or three-pointer, I mean, Killian Hayes is going to be at the very worst a serviceable starter in the NBA. So I'm very excited about Killian Hayes. I'm really excited about the Detroit Pistons in general. The reason I wanted to make this video is because I saw some stats about Cade Cunningham on Pistons Muse. But before we get into it, if you guys enjoy it, hit the like button, hit that subscribe button. I post Pistons videos all the time. I'll probably be going really hard with them in the off season. Let's try and get 100 likes on today's video. That would be awesome. We're still like 25 subs away from 10.3K, so that's great. All my channel links are in the bio as well. Cade Cunningham rookie year stats. I mean, number 3 in minutes behind Scotty Barnes, who Nick Nurse just, you know, plays for 40 a night. Evan Mobley as well. So number 3. I made a video about Cade Cunningham being my rookie of the year probably a month ago, and I don't think he'll get it. You know, to be honest with you, I don't think he'll pass Mobley. I would imagine Mobley's still number 1. I don't really know what's going on in the rookie ladder. I would imagine Mobley just wins it. I mean, Mobley's a hell of a basketball player. But Cade, I think long-term, this guy is obviously a franchise player. You know, at the very, very minimum, he is a several-time All-Star, I would have to say. Number 1 in points per game at 17.1. He's number 4 in rebounds with about 6. Number 2 with about 5.5 assists per game. 2 in steals per game with 1.2. 0.7 in blocks. Sorry, 0.7 blocks for 5th. And then here's, you know, the field goal percentage is not too great because he shoots the ball a lot as well. 41.3% from the field and then 32% from downtown. This was a 40% 3-point shooter in college, so I'm not worried one bit about Cade Cunningham's, you know, shot percentages, to be honest with you, at all. Like, I've never even thought about that, to be honest with you. The more he plays, the more, like, you know, obviously just the older he gets, the less turnovers he's going to have, the more efficient he's going to get, the more shots he's going to make. Like, he's just going to turn into a more all-around, a more complete basketball player as just time goes on, as he puts in those reps, as he gets playing time with his guys. So Cade Cunningham's going to be a stud. And when I think about the Pistons, and I talk about this in my videos when I make Pistons videos, to think Detroit's probably getting a top 5 pick this year is a pretty scary thought. I don't know who they would draft if they had number 1 and they just could say, like, all right, who are we going to get? I don't know who would draft anybody, like, or any team. I don't know who they would draft, to be honest with you guys. It's something I'm still trying to figure out for my Rockets. But, like, First off, you have Cade Cunningham, you have Killian Hayes, who's just a very exciting young player who's 20 years old. You have Saddiq Bey, who just dropped like over 50 not too long ago. He was dropping 30 for like 2-3 straight weeks earlier this season. I mean, this is a really young, talented team. You have Jeremy Grant, who's 28, which isn't that old. I don't know if they'll end up re-signing him. We'll kind of see how that goes. Don't have to worry about that quite yet. Then you have Marvin Bagley, who you got him for a bag of chips. You got him for like a variety pack from Costco. Like, what a move by Troy Weaver. I don't know if is Sacramento just like, does Sacramento just not know how to coach and play their players or maximize their players? Is it like a Washington Wizards sitch with Dinwiddie going to Dallas? I don't know. All I know is I'm super glad whether Bagley's coming off the bench or he's starting, he's giving you like, honestly right now he's giving you like 15 and 10, or he's at least giving you like 14 and 8 every game, even if he's coming off of the bench. So him and Cade I really like. Killian Hayes and him I really like. It's just the future and potential with all the combinations with Bagley. It's really exciting. And then you have Beef Stew at the number 5, who he's starting to piece it together as well. Like, he's starting to consistently get almost like 10 and 10 right now. He's making a big impact on the defensive end. So I put it all together. I'm like, geez, like, this is a really talented team. Like, this team could make the play-in tournament next year, I would say, relatively easily, if they just fill out the holes in the bench. Like, guys like Kelly Olynyk are going to be huge for him. This could be a play-in tournament team next year, as crazy as it may sound. So you give them like a top 5 pick. I don't know what a lineup would look like, but let's say they draft Jaden Ivey. Your backup duo is Cade Cunningham and Jaden Ivey, and then you have Killian Hayes off of the bench. That's one of the most exciting, promising backcourts in the entire NBA. At the 3 spot, you have Saddiq Bey, who literally next year I would not be surprised, and I might just say this outright. Like, Saddiq Bey will probably average 18 to 20 points per game next season. Like, I think he'll average 20 points per game at some point in his career. I don't know if it'll be next year exactly, but like, he's gonna average 20. Let's just be real here. Number 4, you have, like, you know, whoever they decide to go with. Jeremy Grant, Marvin Bagley, probably Jeremy Grant. Marvin Bagley's coming off the bench with Killian Hayes, Kelly Olynyk, and then at the 5 you have Isaiah Stewart. Like, it's just a really fun, talented, potential team. And now, because the stupid-ass Rockets beat, who'd they beat last night? Oh, the terrible Portland Trailblazers. Detroit could even finish with the worst record in the NBA, which would make the worst pick they could get. If you have the worst record in the NBA, the worst you could get in the draft lottery is number 5. Could you imagine if Detroit finished the year with the worst record in the league, finished with a top 5 pick, whether it was 1 to 5, teams are going to recognize it and they're going to be like, oh, damn, Detroit's working on something. Like, Detroit is definitely working on something. So that's it for today. Drop some comments down below on your thoughts on the Detroit Pistons. Hit the like button, hit that sub button. As always, all my links, socials, they're all down below. And I'll see you guys later.